Hey guys, it's RG here and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited because I've decided to team up with Three Sweet Chicks for an amazing creative explosion of ideas, but this time not necessarily in my stamp room, but in my kitchen. So today I'm going to show you some of the fun new tools from Three Sweet Chicks and how to prepare them so that you can take them into your kitchen and make amazing cookies. Want to have a look? Check it out. So what we've got here is we've got just some of the boards that Three Sweet Chicks offers. We've got the cookie dough board, and I just can't wait to show you all the amazing features that they've got. So for those of you who like to play with fondant, for those of you who like to play with making cookies and cakes and all these yummy bakeable elements, then you're going to love this amazing new invention by Three Sweet Chicks. Absolutely love, had the opportunity to have dinner with the owners not that long ago, and we totally just fell in love with the project. And wait till you see what I've got cooking in the kitchen with some stamped cookies that I'm going to be creating. So let me just kind of give you a quick tour. When you order your board, it actually comes wrapped in cellophane, just like this does. And the wood ones do have to get cured before you actually start using them. So I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. But you'll notice that the board has a couple of different sides. So it's a pretty long board. On this side, you have 1/2 inch. So what this is going to help you do is going to help you roll out your dough evenly so that you get the same consistency on your cookies every single time. So when you use this side of the board, it's at 1/2 inch. When you use the other side of the board, it's at 1/4 inch. Again, for that consistency. If you decide you can add the additional board on the inside, then you'll have just different sizes, 3/8 inch. And you can also bring it to your 1/4 side for that extra thin layer in case you want to roll out fondant or other fun pieces. So once you've got your boards, you're definitely going to want to cure them. Now we're basically going to use some food grade mineral oil you can find online or order from Three Sweet Chicks directly. And with a brush, you want to saturate your boards. What this is going to do, it's actually going to cure the board. You want to make sure it soaks in. And I do like doing the outside as well because this is going to protect the life of your cookie dough board. And just with a food brush or any type of brand new brush that you like to use, we're going to add the oil and let the oil sink in to the wood. You want to apply about 2 to 3 coats on all sides, again, to ensure not only is this going to prevent your dough from sticking to the wood, but it's also going to elongate the life of your board. So we're going to cure the board on all sides, making sure that you're grabbing every nook and cranny. And again, this prevents your dough from sticking to the board, and it helps elongate the life of your board. Now this is 100% made in the US, and it's all wood. And there is also a plastic version or option for you if you don't want to have to cure your board. And I'll show you that here in just a second. Again, you want to make sure that you let the oil all sink in. And once it's done that, we're gonna add it a couple more times. So I like to go ahead and do the edges as well, just to protect my entire board, because of course it might get full of dough, it might get full of, you know, oil from my cookies. And I want to make sure we've got pretty good coverage here on this first run. I'm now going to turn it over and do the other side, which is probably, in all honesty, the side I'll be using the most. I love the 1/4 of an inch cookie size because it's not too thick, and it's going to allow me to use on my different stamping platforms as I'm getting ready to stamp on my cookies and decorate them for the holiday especially. So some of you might know that I host an annual cookie exchange. This is going to be now my, I believe it's 15 years hosting my cookie exchange. And it's all about the decoration to these cookies. So again, this is just food grade mineral oil. Even saturation will prevent my dough from sticking to the board. And I do love using this rubber brush because it doesn't soak up the oil, and I get more oil on my board than that stays in my brush. You know, depending on the type of brush that you use, you might have, you know, your brush suck up all the oil, but this way all the oil is going directly to my cookie board. And obviously you're going to want to do the same thing to the add-on. Now, if this is, of course, if you want those thinner version of cookies or for your fondant, but protect the wood by curing the mats. Multiple times. So you'll definitely want to check out my friends over at 3sweetchicks.com. Absolutely amazing, God-loving people, which we totally hit it off right away. Shared some amazing godly stories, and now here we are on this adventure of cookie making and cookie stamping here shortly. So you're definitely going to see some of those videos come to life. And even on our YouTube and Facebook channels, I should say, we'll be having some of those on there for your enjoyment, especially if you love all kinds of craft. I feel like, you know, stamping is not just necessarily for card making. We have the opportunity to truly and utterly just create and make pretty things. And sometimes those pretty things are edible, which is what we're about to do here shortly. So we can see that our wood's already soaking up the oil, which is excellent, which is what we want. You definitely want to make sure that the wood has absorbed all the oil before you start rolling your dough onto it. You don't want to roll it while it's still laying on the top, on the surface of your wood. Make sure that it soaks it up at 100%. And then you can start rolling your dough and baking away. And then I'll open this up real quick just so you can see the small fondant board, and I'm also going to show you the plastic one if you prefer to just use the plastic. Now, it is recommended that if you're going to use the plastic one, you might need to use some parchment paper to ensure that your dough is not sticking to the board, because you know that tends to happen for the most part. But as you guys know, the flour dehydrates the board, so this kind of prevents this from happening. So now I'm being very generous with the oil in hopes that I only have to do one more coat, and you'll be able to see the change in the wood color, and you'll know it's cured. So all right, so while this is setting, we're gonna go ahead and show you the other board here, just so you can see. This is the fondant board. Just grab my scissors here. So when you receive your boards, they'll come packaged in the cellophane wrap. And again, this is a 1/16 board for that thin fondant and the 1/8 of an inch. So you've got both sides. And if you decide to go with the plastic board, looks just like this. Also comes wrapped. Make sure you wash it, potentially bring it through your dishwasher just to make sure that you've got it ready to go, and you've got the multiple size options for your board. So again, as you roll out your dough, you're always going to have that even consistency because you don't need to have little dowels holding them up. The board is now just creating that for you. So again, probably a couple more times. Actually, I feel like we've got amazing saturation here, so that we might not have to do it more times. You can see the change in the wood as it's starting to soak up the oil. But I think it's an amazing opportunity for us to take our creativity to the next level. I can't wait to share with you all of our cookie decorating tips, as well as how we're using our stamps to make amazing happen and bring these cookies to life. Again, thanks to our friends over at 3 Sweet Chicks for this amazing opportunity to merge and create some amazing things together. I hope you guys are excited to watch this cookie adventure unfold, and we'll catch you guys next time.